Hey Danish tubers, welcome back to a nice long video called Daily Necessary Danish Vocabulary. Today we're going to have focus on family, but then also on pronouns such as yours, mine, his, hers, ours, theirs. Let's do it. DanishTube. Let's get going with en far. En far. Min far hjalp mig med mine lektier I går. My dad helped me with my homework yesterday. Easy, right? My dad, min far. Daddy, you might say to this one. Daddy reads a bedtime story to the kids. And in Danish you say farmand. Kind of a cute way to say dad. Farmand. Farmand læser en godnathistorie for børnene. Farmand læser en godnathistorie for børnene. Next one. Mom. My mom always makes the best cookies. En mor. Min mor laver altid de bedste småkager. Min mor laver altid de bedste småkager. Min mor. Min far, min mor. Next one. A stepmom. My stepmom is very caring and supportive. We have a funny one here. There's kind of two ways to say it. I've written en papmor. En papmor, which is literally a cardboard mom. But min papmor meget omsorgsfuld og støttende. So although you're using the kind of derogatory a little bit, cardboard mother, you're kind of being nice to her as well. Min papmor meget omsorgsfuld og støttende. Another word for stepmom, stepdad would be still. For example, my stepdad and I often watch football together. En stedfar. En stedfar. Min stedfar og jeg ser tit fodbold sammen. Min stedfar og jeg ser tit fodbold sammen. Moving on to a son. My son plays guitar in a band. Oh yeah, he's cool. Han er sej. Min søn spiller guitar I et band. Min søn spiller guitar I et band. So now we get into this repetition, right, of min far, min mor, min søn, min stedfar, and so on and so on. Now we have an example with your rather than my. So your son-in-law is a great player. En svigersøn. En svigersøn. Din svigersøn er en fantastisk spiller. Din svigersøn er en fantastisk spiller. It's a bit of a mouthful to say fantastisk spiller, but you can do it. Then we have sister-in-law. My sister-in-law and I share many interests. En svigerinde hedder det på dansk. En svigerinde. Svigerinde. Min svigerinde og jeg deler mange interesser. Min svigerinde og jeg deler mange interesser. Nice, nice. Here we go with the next one. Brother-in-law. That is the brother of your wife, for example. Or your husband. Your brother-in-law is a fun and outgoing person. And we can use the word svoger. En svoger. Din svoger er en sjov og udadvendt person. Udadvendt is a little bit tricky because you have two soft D's, so you need udadvendt. Udadvendt. Din svoger er en meget sjov og udadvendt person. Sådan der. The next one we have is daughter. Your daughter is very talented. En datter. En datter. Din datter er meget dygtig. Din datter er meget dygtig. So you start to notice there's a lot of similarities with English, right? Daughter, datter, son, a son, mom, mor. It's very similar. Daddy's girl. I'm my daddy's girl. It's not in a weird way. Fars pige. Fars pige. Jeg er min fars pige. Jeg er min fars pige. Or treasure girl. Also sounds a bit weird in English, but it's a cute way of saying, sweetheart if you like. because skat, as you probably know, means tax, but it also means treasure and darling. So, she is a sweetheart in our family. Hun skattepigen i vores familie. Hun skattepigen i vores familie. Take note of the word vores, our. Bonus daughter. Bonus daughter, I love this one. So basically, if you get married with somebody and that person already has a daughter, now you have a bonus daughter. En bonusdatter. Bonusdatter. Min bonusdatter og jeg har et godt forhold. Min bonusdatter og jeg har et godt forhold. That's lucky, that's lucky. A twin, my twin sister and I are obviously similar. En tvilling, and maybe your star sign is also the twin, tvillingen. Min tvillingesøster og jeg ligner selvfølgelig hinanden. Min tvillingesøster og jeg ligner selvfølgelig hinanden. A key thing to notice here is on the word tvilling, we've added an E in order to connect it to the word søster. And you will see this a lot in Danish, where two words, when you make a compound word, it's sammensat or the letter E is often used to do that, or the letter S, in this case E. Tvillingesøster. Next one, a grandma. Your grandma talks funny. En mormor hedder det på dansk. En mormor. Din mormor taler sjovt. Din mormor taler sjovt. Mormor, of course, is my mother's mother. So the very fun thing about Danish is that you can specify, is it the mother of your father or the mother of your mother? Mormor, mom's mom. If it was farmor, dad's mom, of course. Next example is grandfather, and I've used morfar. My grandfather loves to tell stories. Min morfar elsker at fortælle historier. Min morfar elsker at fortælle historier. Next one, a grandma, but this time from your father's side. Your grandma is an amazing cook. En farmor. Din farmor er en fantastisk kok. Din farmor er en fantastisk kok. Don't get mistaken, that doesn't mean what you think it might mean. En kok is a chef. A lady, the nice lady, helped me find my way. En dame. En dame. And a dame is something you can also say in English. Bit old fashioned now, but you can still use it. So for example, den søde dame hjalp mig med at finde vej. Den søde dame hjalp mig med at finde vej. A gentleman, or a mister if you like. The older gentleman was very polite and helpful. Det hedder en herre. En herre. Den ældre herre var meget høflig og hjælpsom. Den ældre herre var meget høflig og hjælpsom. The common phrase to hear is ladies and gentlemen, right? You go to a circus or something. Ladies and gentlemen. Mine damer og herrer. Sådan der. Mine damer og herrer. Lastly, we have a grandfather, this time again from your father's side, so now it's called fafa. Little in-joke, we kind of say this in my house when we eat something that's too hot, and we say fafa, 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 fafa. So, in fafa is a very funny word for me. My grandfather is pretty good at crossword puzzles. Min farfar er ret god til kryds og tværs. Min farfar er ret god til kryds og tværs. Sådan der. Nice, so we've had again a lot of min, din, mine and yours. We've also had vores, ours. And I think that's pretty much it until now. Yeah. Let's continue. Quite a few more words to get through. We have, for example, parents. Your parents are very patient. Dine forældre er meget tålmodige. Forældre being the word for parents. I haven't put parent, but all you do is change the E and the R at the end around and it will become forældre. So, dine forældre er meget tålmodige. Little grammar point here. The word tålmodig is in its plural form. That is, it has an E on the end. We had the word tålmodig earlier, I think. But if it was for a single person, lose the E. Grandparents, on the other hand, could be called bedsteforældre. Bedsteforældre. My grandparents are celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. Bedsteforældre. Mine bedsteforældre fejrer deres 60 års bryllupsdag. Tillykke. Congratulations. It's not real, I don't know who I'm congratulating. Mine bedsteforældre fejrer deres 60 års fødselsdag. Fødselsdag? No. 60 års bryllupsdag, som det er. What was I going to say? Yeah, here now we're using the word mine in plural. Again, the thing with the E. We've had min, din, if it was in plural, mine, dine, at the E. Nice, the next one is a funny one. Curling parents. His parents are what you would call curling parents. Curlingforældre. Curlingforældre. Hans forældre er det, man kalder curlingforældre. Hans forældre er det, man kalder curlingforældre. Curlingforældre, if you know the sport curling, where you're sort of mopping the ice in front of the pucks or whatever they are. So this is kind of referring to parents that do everything for their kids to the point where it's a little bit too much. Curlingforældre. Great-grandmother. Her great-grandmother is 97 years old and still active. Whoa. I get surprised at my own sentences. Det hedder en oldemor. En oldemor. Hendes oldemor er 97 år gammel og stadig aktiv. Hendes oldemor er 97 år gammel og stadig aktiv. Sådan der. So, old mom is great-grandmother. Naturally, and of course, great-grandfather would therefore be called oldefar. Oldefar. His great-grandfather has many exciting stories. Hans oldefar kender mange spændende historier. So really the English should say, he knows, not he has. I'm going to correct it. Hans oldefar kender mange spændende historier. Next up, a brother. His brother is my best friend. En bror. En bror. Hans bror er min bedste ven. Hans bror er min bedste ven. Earlier we had the word farman, which is a bit like, a bit slangy for saying dad, and we can do the same thing with brother and say bror man. So bro, you might say. Bro and I, my brother and I, we love playing video games together. Brorman og jeg elsker at spille videospil sammen. Brorman og jeg elsker at spille videospil sammen. Brothers in plural. Brødre. Brødre. A little bit hard to pronounce. My brothers and I are in competition with each other. Mine brødre og jeg er i konkurrence med hinanden. It's normal, right? Mine brødre og jeg er i konkurrence med hinanden. Sådan. So just to backtrack a bit, we've gone from din, min, mine, I should mention dine, yours in plural. Now we've used a few times hans and his and her, hers, or her or hers. For example, her great-grandmother, hendes oldemor. Then we've had hans bror, his brother. So you're sort of talking third person, is it right? So I'm talking to somebody, I'm saying his brother, hans bror. And now we've had also mine brødre, so in plural, my brothers. And the next one we're going to use is her sister is very intelligent. En søster. Hendes søster er meget intelligent. Hendes søster er meget intelligent. Sisters, very similarly, is søstre. Søstre. My sisters and I share both clothes and secrets. Mine søstre og jeg deler både tøj og hemmeligheder. Mine søstre og jeg deler både tøj og hemmeligheder. I like that one. A child, his child's imagination knows no bounds. Et barn. Hans barns fantasi kender ingen grænser. Hans barns fantasi kender ingen grænser. Nice. And a child in plural now changes from et barn to barn. It's an irregular example. So often, you add an ER, you add an R or something in the plural. We've had a few irregular ones here with bror, brødre, søster, søstre, barn, børn. Their children play in the park. Nej, their children are playing in the park. Deres børn leger i parken. Deres børn leger i parken. Nice, so now we have a new word, there. So a child, et barn, and very logically, a grandchild, et barnebarn. Your grandchild brings the joy. And when I say your, I'm talking to a plural people this time, and I'm saying, jeres barnebarn bringer glæden. Jeres barnebarn bringer glæden. So I'm talking to two people. Your grandkids, your grandchild brings the joy. It's a weird sentence, I know, but focus on the grammar. Jeres barnebarn. An only child, on the other hand, would be et enebarn. Enebarn. An ene is something for a singular thing. You'll see it on many words like a single mother. In enemor. My neighbor is an only child. So, and is used to playing alone. Next up, a boy. We're gonna play football, my boy. En dreng. I remember a very old Danish movie, which was one of the first that I ever saw, and I couldn't understand anything really. There were no subtitles, but I watched it anyway because I was so excited to learn some Danish, and it was called Dreng. You can try to find it. Vi skal spille fodbold, min dreng. Vi skal spille fodbold, min dreng. And I guess when you say min dreng, my boy, in this way, in English you might say son. We're going to play football, son. Next one I like is the word kid. My stepfather has always called me kid, so I'm very fond of this word. The kid is cycling around the neighborhood and exploring. In Danish, a kid is en knægt. En knægt. Knægten cykler rundt i nabolaget og udforsker. Knægten cykler rundt i nabolaget og udforsker. When I say kid, what I mean really is a kid, but a male kid, a boy. Knægten. In pige, a girl. The girl loves to play with her dolls. What a complete cliche sentence. But I'm going to take it. Pigen elsker at lege med sine dukker. Pigen elsker at lege med sine dukker. Now we have the word sine. Earlier we've been talking about his and hers, for example, hans and hennes. So if I had said here, quick sort of grammatical thing, if I had said, pigen elsker at lege med hendes dukker, that would mean somebody else's, another girl's dolls. When you want to talk about hers, the ones that she owns, you use the word sine. In another video, we can go through this. Next up, an uncle. His uncle is funny and loves to tell jokes. Hans onkel er sjov og elsker at fortælle historier. Hans onkel er sjov og elsker at fortælle historier. Sådan. Okay, so we have another sort of fun thing here where we can say, is it my father's brother? And if it is, we can distinguish it by saying, of course, farbror. So my uncle, my dad's brother, farbror. My uncle is an accomplished musician and plays in a band. Okay, we have another example. I've sort of repeated myself a little here. Never mind. Hendes farbror er en dygtig musiker og spiller i et band. Hendes farbror er en dygtig musiker og spiller i et band. So here's a good example. Now we have the word hendes, meaning that her, somebody else's. So here we have a few more interesting ones because we can also distinguish an aunt or auntie, if you're from England, that is the sister of your father. And we can call her Fester. Fester. My aunt always looks after us. Min Fester passer altid på os. Min Fester passer altid på os. The standard word for an aunt is tante. My aunt comes to visit on weekends. Min tante kommer på besøg i weekenden. Min tante kommer på besøg i weekenden. That shouldn't really be on weekends. It should be at the weekend, I guess, in English. She's coming to visit at the weekend. Okay, so I'm going to phase out the video a little bit so you can practice with your ears. And so far we've had the sister of my father, dear Fester. Sounds a bit like Uncle Fester, but it's not. It's a woman. The standard word for aunt, tante. And then also we have the sister of my mother, moster, in moster. For example, your aunt is an amazing woman. Din moster en fantastisk kvinde. Din moster en fantastisk kvinde. Next up, a nephew. Sounds very similar. En nevø. En nevø. Your nephew plays badminton on weekends. Din nevø spiller badminton i weekenden. Din nevø spiller badminton i weekenden. Niece. You spell it the same, but you pronounce it niece. His niece is very good at drawing. Hans niece er meget god til at tegne. Hans niece er meget god til at tegne. A cousin. Another interesting one. 2 words for cousins. Kusine, fætter. Kusine being female, fætter being male. Her cousin and I always go shopping together. Hendes kusine og jeg går altid ud og shopper sammen. Hendes kusine og jeg går altid ud og shopper sammen. My cousin is good at repairing cars. Min fætter er dygtig til at reparere biler. Min fætter er dygtig til at reparere biler. Siblings. My siblings and I love spending time together. Søskende. Mine søskende og jeg elsker at tilbringe tid sammen. Mine søskende og jeg elsker at tilbringe tid sammen. Notice the expression at tilbringe tid sammen. Not to use is at bruge, but you use it for things like spending money or using something in general. But spending, when you spend time, you tilbringer tid sammen. Relatives, slægtninge. We always gather for family celebrations with our relatives. Vi samles altid til familiefester med vores slægtninge. Vi samles altid til familiefester med vores slægtninge. A wife. My wife is a great partner and a friend. I don't have a wife, but if I did, she would be a great partner and a friend. En kone. Min kone er en fantastisk partner og ven. Min kone er en fantastisk partner og ven. Min kone. Sådan. My wife. And if you didn't notice already after all these repetitions, I will just highlight that when we've been going through things like in kone. So when you say in kone, you have the article in, and you always relate the words my or mine or yours to this article. So we have 2 ways to say my, min and mit. In this case, we're using min because it's called in kone. But if we had an it word, we would use mit. Okay? Simple grammar rule. A housewife. My neighbor is a great housewife and always takes care of her home. En husmor. A house mom. Min nabo er en dygtig husmor og passer altid på sit hjem. Min nabo er en dygtig husmor og passer altid på sit hjem. Husband. My husband is a skilled carpenter. En mand. It's kind of funny because a husband is now basically you just say a man. Min mand er en fantastisk tømrer. Min mand er en fantastisk tømrer. There is an old word called husband, which we have a little further down, but I'm going to jump in and do it now. Husband, husband. My husband is very clever. Min husband er meget kvik. He's quick. Min husband er meget kvik. Then we have a woman. She is my woman. Hun er min kvinde. Hun er min kvinde. An apple of my eye. I like this one. In Danish, you call it eye stone. In øjesten. I'm looking for the apple of my eye, which is the person that I love. Jeg leder efter min øjesten. And if you know this reference, you're cool. What about if I say it like this? Jeg leder efter min øjesten. I probably still don't know it. Doesn't matter. A darling. Mentioned this one earlier. You are my little darling in skat. Du er min lille skat. Du er min lille skat. A boyfriend or girlfriend, because we only have one word for it. En kæreste. My girlfriend, boyfriend, and I are going out to dinner tonight. Min kæreste og jeg går ud og spiser i aften. Min kæreste og jeg går ud og spiser i aften. Married. My parents have been married for 25 years. Gift. Gift. Mine forældre har været gift i 25 år. Mine forældre har været gift i 25 år. Divorced. My parents divorced after many years of marriage. Skilt. Skilt. Mine forældre blev skilt efter mange års ægteskab. Mine forældre blev skilt efter mange års ægteskab. In a relationship. We have been in a relationship for 2 years now. I et forhold. I et forhold. Vi har været i et forhold i 2 år nu. Vi har været i et forhold i 2 år nu. Taken. I like this one. Taken. He's busy with his work all day. So this could mean a few different things. It could be that you're just busy doing something. Så er du optaget. Han er optaget af sit arbejde. He's busy with his work. But then it could be that you are in a relationship, and in that sense, you are taken. I'm actually taken right now. Jeg er faktisk optaget lige nu. Jeg er faktisk optaget lige nu. Breaking up. He's decided to break up with her. Og slå op. Og slå op. Han har besluttet sig for at slå op med hende. Han har besluttet sig for at slå op med hende. Another way to say breaking up is to go from each other. Og gå fra hinanden. It almost sounds a little bit more mutual than saying at slå op. They broke up after a turbulent period. De gik fra hinanden efter en turbulent periode. De gik fra hinanden efter en turbulent periode. Falling in love with. She fell in love with her best friend. Og blive forelsket i. Hun blev forelsket i sin bedste ven. Hun blev forelsket i sin bedste ven. Notice we have the word sin again here, referring to her own best friend. So although she doesn't own it, it is her best friend. It's not somebody else's best friend. To be crazy about. He's crazy about her. At være vild med. At være vild med. Han er vild med hende. Han er vild med hende. To care about. She cares a lot about your grandmother. At holde af. At holde af. Hun holder meget af din bedstemor. Hun holder meget af din bedstemor. To take care of. He takes good care of his siblings. Og passer på. Og passer på. Han passer godt på sine søskende. Han passer godt på sine søskende. Then if we lose the word på and we just say og passe, then it would mean to look after, so to take care of, in the sense of that you do things for them. Maybe you give them money, maybe you every now and then buy some food for them, you make sure they are okay. Whereas at passe is very specifically like to look after, in regards of being there with the person. For example, taking care of some kids. Example could be, we have to look after our little brother tonight. Vi skal passe vores lillebror i aften. Vi skal passe vores lillebror i aften. A pet. They have a pet called Fluffy. So cliché again. But I personally did have a cat once called Fluff. Et kæledyr. Et kæledyr. De har et kæledyr, der hedder Fluffy. De har et kæledyr, der hedder Fluffy. Funny thing with the word kæle, which it kind of means to pet. A dog. My neighbor has a big dog called Bruce. En hund. Min nabo har en stor hund, der hedder Bruce. Min nabo har en stor hund, der hedder Bruce. En kat. A cat. they love to cuddle their cat on the sofa. De elsker at kæle med deres kat i sofaen. De elsker at kæle med deres kat i sofaen. Few words left. A house. We bought a new house last month. Vi købte et nyt hus i sidste måned. Vi købte et nyt hus i sidste måned. A home. The home is a place where we feel safe. Et hjem. Et hjem. Deres hjem er et sted, hvor vi føler os trygge. Deres hjem er et sted, hvor vi føler os trygge. Nice, so now we have the word deres. Deres. Before we had jeres when we say your something, for example, your kids, your grandkids, jeres barn, your kid, for example, and now we're saying their something, so deres hus, deres hjem. Last three for today: birthday, fødselsdag. We celebrate my mom's birthday tomorrow. Vi fejrer min mors fødselsdag i morgen. Vi fejrer min mors fødselsdag i morgen. Anniversary, bryllupsdag, literally wedding day, used for both the wedding day and the anniversary. My grandparents are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary this year. Wow, 50 years, that's incredible. Mine bedsteforældre fejrer deres 50 års bryllupsdag i år. Mine bedsteforældre fejrer deres 50 års bryllupsdag i år. Last word, the most important word, the word that this entire video has been about: family. I miss my family. Familie. Jeg savner min familie. Jeg savner min familie. There we go, friends. That was a really nice long video with a lot of vocabulary. Hope you could follow along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like this video, leave a comment below if there's any more topics, vocabulary that you want to see on DanishTube. Remember, you can now support the channel by becoming a member. You can be a member of Team Aarhus, Team Copenhagen, where you get super chats, all kind of bonus videos, bonus content, bonus podcast episodes. You can also buy merchandise, t-shirts, a cup, whatever you want. Just go to my channel and check it out. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Vi ses i den næste. See you in the next one. DanishTube.